Raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek danger.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. We'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The end result, 21 yards.
First down, Browns.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, it's Pacheco. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
York able to send this one through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On 2nd down now, Boston. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
20. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
67 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. But Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Devlin under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Back to throw. Devlin. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Joseph Osai in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Devlin. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll roll him out right. He finds his man, complete. It's Schaefer. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 8. Operating from the gun. Devlin. That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Browns. CeeDee Lamb. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are once again back in front. Now Cade York for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. 11 MT, tape. 11 MT, stop.
Now it's Burrow. And that one almost intercepted. But it's incomplete. He had space in front of him if he had held on, but instead it's 3rd down.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
11, 11.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They'll run on 1st down. Boston. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
12, 11 MT, 11 MT.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
Cincinnati Bengals. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
11, come. 11. 11.
Now Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Brings up second and 2 at the Browns' 24-yard line.
Now a give right side. Boston, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. Boston, and he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Boston, that is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Kevin McPherson for the Bengals field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Devlin. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Devlin. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Christian Kirk, 67 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground. Oh, what a move. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Pacheco on the read option. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11.
On second down, Boston. And he stopped immediately there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
11, 11. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. He's still on his feet. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard
They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
12, 12, 12. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Here we go. Twelve, 11 Thomas. 11, 11, 11. 11 Thomas. Stop.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
11, 11, 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. His throw incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On second down now, Boston. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now Burrow going to change things up.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. Stop.
On third down, Boston. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Man, These guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Second and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
11, 11, 11, 11.
They'll run here on third and goal. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
11 MT, 11 MT.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. The run is turned away on fourth and goal from the 2. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
And the Browns first down.
Off play action. Devlin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schaefer. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3.
From the 23, here's a second down and 9.
Off the play fake. Devlin throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Devlin.
Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the fourth quarter.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And quickly they get to the line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
12, 12, 12.
On 2nd down, Burrow. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
On one, ready?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
12, 12, 12. Dot.
They'll try the left side. Boston. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Here we go.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
11 mighty, 11 mighty, 11 MT tape, 11 11. Dot.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll start with the option. And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game, right?
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with this 3-score deficit and time fading.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11 Thomas. Dot.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
I got another scheduled game.
On one, ready?
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a give right side. Boston. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Get set.
They'll keep it on the ground. Boston. And he's got room. There he goes left side. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
McPherson on for the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Oh, and the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
TJ Edwards on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. He's going to find Taylor downfield. It's complete. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Here we go. Thomas. 11 MT Payne. 11 MT Payne. 11 11. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here we go, here we go.
Another try from the 19, 2nd and 10.
11, 11. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to...